Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Quick little unplanned update for you guys. The Fun Pimps just tweeted 30 minutes ago that they have officially gained the rights back to the console versions of 7 Days to Die. Now, link's going to be in the description so you can read the entire post they put out for yourself. But all of you guys who have been asking me about it in the comment section forever now, it feels like, have said, you know, console's dead and they don't care about it and all that. I told you guys to just be patient because any sort of legal battle you're not allowed to talk about until it's resolved. And now this is proof that they were in a legal battle over it and they, I guess, couldn't say anything. And now that it's over with, they can say something. So now they are at the point with console. They have regained the rights to 7 Days to Die for console. And they're basically like, what now? So that's where we're at with the console. They're not promising any sort of update or any sort of other like improvement right now, because right now it seems like they've just gained the rights back and they're kind of like, okay, how much is this going to cost us? What are we going to do? Because they clearly state that they are not like console developers, which is why they hired or made that deal with Telltale to begin with, why they sold the rights for console to them, and that ended up being a huge mistake. So obviously before they just jump in and find another developer for consoles to take over that, I know they're gonna have to really like figure out what they want to do with it. So here's what they've said. After a long and tedious legal process in a closed auction, the Fun Pimps have reacquired full console publishing rights on the current and all future versions of 7 Days to Die on PS4 and the Xbox One. So who knows how much that actually cost them, but this is their baby, this is their game, and I can't imagine they actually had to buy their own game back. So depending on how much that cost, obviously they're not gonna say, but I imagine it costs a lot, and since it was an auction, they were competing with other companies, so that really sucks. And considering that, I don't know how much more money they're gonna be able to dump into it right away as far as like updates or finding another publisher. So I wouldn't hold your breath as far as getting a console update, but this is definitely good news for those of you on console. So they do say that the next update isn't likely to happen until after the PC version has gone gold, and it could end up being like an entirely different version of 7 Days to Die that you guys end up getting. So it won't be exactly what PC has, or it might even be on the next generation's console. So just so you guys know, but also, certain developers from the Fun Pimps have said before that they plan on 7 Days to Die going gold in the next year or so. So I know you guys have already waited a really long time. 7 Days, I mean, as a PC player, 7 Days has been in development for many, many years. I mean, we've been through waiting a year for an update or waiting over a year for a substantial update or a new alpha and stuff like that. So unfortunately, they do say, Telltale going under has put the console version of 7 Days in this situation. They are trying to look out for the future of the company and the game that they care about. So to sum it all up, the developers can finally now say that they did actually win the rights back to the console version of 7 Days to Die, so that's very good news. They are not giving up on it. They do say that they definitely want to finish it, so that's good news. The bad news is that they don't know. They're not console developers, and who knows how much they just spent trying to buy their own game back. But I'm really glad to see that they did that for console players and that they will continue to work on it. And now it's kind of like, okay, we bought it back. Now what do we do? Now how do we do this? Because we're not console developers. So I wanted to give you guys this update because I feel like every 7 Days to Die video I've put out the last year or so has had a question about console or asking for a console update. So here's your console update. I hope that they can figure out maybe a deal with another publisher for consoles, and I realize that since they've been so burned by this, they might not want to do that, and they're probably scared to do that, but I think it would really help move console forward, and then they wouldn't have to wait for the game to go gold. But the developers have said that they plan on 7 Days to Die going gold within the next year or so, and as PC gamers, we have waited over a year or so for different alpha builds, for different updates and stuff like that. The game's been in development for a really long time, but one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan, and I know you guys are going to be like, oh, you're just a YouTuber, you know, you're going to love it no matter what. Well, I've spent a lot of money on survival games. I've spent a lot of money on early access games. The proof is in the videos on my channel. And there's not many of those that are still getting new content 5 or 6 years later. Like, they've either been pushed live and there's still stuff wrong with them, they're still broken, no longer working on them, or they've faded out into oblivion, collected the early access money, and just disappeared, no longer updating the game. And the fact that we're still getting brand new content, like, I think years down the line, just really says how much they love 7 Days to Die. Like, I don't know how they do it, as far as the fact that I have thousands of hours in this game and I paid like $20 for it. But I do wish them luck, and I hope that any of you console players can just have some more patience and believe that they will update the game. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Share this video with your friends who are console players, because I've been asked so many times for updates and stuff, and we finally can say something about it. We finally have an update. So that alone I think is exciting. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.